so many reasons why. All companies here gathering with friends and family. The holiday lights, just set up pine trees, and now it is the Ford holiday sales event, folks. That's right, our Arizona Ford dealers are helping us add one more reason to love the holidays to that list. Great savings on America's best.
We're so fake. It's all so fake. It's garbage. But yeah, because somebody heard it, oh my God. And then the guy comes out of the closet. He had him dead to rights.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law, and it is Tuesday morning. Cold as fuck. I had problems just starting the truck this morning, which is bullshit, but it is 36 degrees out right now, so fully expected to have issues with the truck this morning. But I finally get this bitch running. Had to sit there for a while with it going. What up, Andy? Had to sit there for a while with it going to make sure it wasn't gonna, die on me while I was driving. Oh look, the Cardinals equipment truck just went by. All right. Wow, my mind just went blank for a second. Fucking of course I got to talk about it. Yesterday, the Joe Rogan Experience podcast with Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen. I'm 100% surprised there isn't a million things on the quote-unquote reputable websites talking about what, Schaub said or what Rogan said or whatever the fuck. Or, Brian Callen's a comedian, nothing to do with MMA. They're like, oh, he made a joke. He's a bully. I'm surprised there's none of that shit out right now. I'm sure it's coming later today. But talking about how all those bodies look different before the fight and how all they look nervous as fuck. I think yesterday we were talking about on Periscope. I was talking about how somebody leaked. There's like leaked audio. I don't know how you leaked this shit or who leaked this shit, but there's like leaked audio of Rogan describing Jose Aldo's body and demeanor like seconds before the fight started, and it basically he said that Jose's body looked soft and that he looked nervous as fuck, and he basically repeated that on the podcast, and he's like, I don't know if it's because he focused on cardio or because maybe he's off steroids, whatever the fuck. But can you imagine if Jose Aldo, it turns out that he's been on steroids for 10 years or whatever the fuck? That would be, I don't know. Does that show your career? The entire world is on roids. We might as well get on roids. Fuck it. Just everybody got testosterone or roids, whatever you want to do. And if you want to get jacked, go for it. Be happy, whatever you want to do with it. I have nothing against steroids. I never used them. I honestly have never really had the urge to use them, but I'm assuming if you use them responsibly, if that's even possible. I'm sure it's possible. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that use it responsibly. But I know I have a buddy of mine that they're great. Well, there you go. I know I have a buddy of mine that started using them. I lost contact with this guy because he just lost his fucking mind. He started using them. He's like, I'm gonna do it for like a cycle, and that's it, just to get cut and jacked and whatnot. I'm like, all right. We used to train together all the time at the gym, and he got big as fuck. And then I was like, oh, well, that's cool. So you did your one cycle, right? He's like, yeah, I did my one cycle. What up, Jay? Good morning. And so he did his one cycle, and then we didn't train. He said he couldn't. He could give an excuse for why he couldn't go to the gym anymore, or not anymore, for like 2 weeks. And then finally, the next time I saw him, he was even bigger. I'm like, dude, did you not stop taking that shit? And he goes, no, man, I'm just gonna do one more cycle. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Before we knew it, he was all fucking just using them all. He would not stop using steroids. So I'm like, all right, man. I'm not gonna, and he started, getting those, the abuse of steroids, I'm assuming, is what gets you all fucking crazy. Started acting all different, being angry all the time and shit. And I'm like, I don't know if I used to ask him, like, I don't know if it's roid rage, maybe. Like, I'm assuming that's what it was, Mike. I'm like, I don't know if it's roid rage or something's wrong with you in your personal life, and maybe the steroids hype it up. I work with someone that takes roids and he has rage as damn. Well, then there you go. But he used to get all pissy and shit, so I was like, you know what, man, I'm not gonna be part of your self-destruction. So I'm out, dude. Sorry. And he was really mad at me about that shit, and resented me about it and whatnot. And but slowly but surely, roid rage only happens if you're on the gear and don't train. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what he was doing too. Maybe taking time off and still taking it, thinking it was gonna work or something. I don't know, but he changed a lot. He's a prick. He beat the shit out of another coworker at a party for nothing. God damn, what the fuck? Not true. What, Mike? That it only happens when you're not moving. Hold up. Anyway, but yeah, I heard about him recently, and he's still a big dude, but apparently a lot of people have bailed out of his life. Oh, okay. A lot of people have bailed from his life. His friends, his family don't even talk to him no more. And I think that's a bigger loss in the game. I was on gear for 6 years and trained with all gearheads. Oh, there you go. But unfortunately, this guy lost everything and everybody. So, the way I see it, I don't know. I'm sure I could, if I used it, I'd be responsible about it. But I don't want to, I value my friends and family way more than I do looking like a fucking Adonis. So, yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm trying to do it naturally. By the way, I weighed in this morning, 199 pounds. So, slowly but surely. Today's day 2 of the Doc Robbins diet. I'm not saying I lost a pound because of the Doc Robbins diet, but I have been putting extra work in, so we'll see. I'm trying to get down to 185. How tall am I? 5'10". I'm trying to get down to 185 pounds, which means cutting more fat. Like I already burned a ton of fat off my body, but I'm trying to burn a little more, get to 185, and then build. Dude, 2 inches shorter, so what? Get to the gym, bro. You'll be all right. I'm trying to get down to 185 and then build from there. And then if once I build from there, I put on, let's say, 15, 20 pounds of muscle if possible. Proportionately, right? I could be happy right there. And that means I'll have functional strength. I could do it, a functional strength is my goal. And then just to feel good. So, how bad was that heel hook on the girl at EBI 5? You saw it, man. She couldn't walk. By the way, I was looking for it on YouTube yesterday, and I couldn't find it. I'm gonna keep trying every day till I find it, so I can send you guys the link, or until Eddie Bravo posts it. So, anyway, but yeah, that heel hook from Breedlove was her name, the 10th Planet girl. She got this other chick in it, and the other girl. Here's the thing. I think Breedlove heard a pop or something like that, and because she looks immediately at the ref like, hey, or she looks at her opponent and goes, hey, you should fucking tap right now. And she finally tapped, but at that point it was too late, and the girl had to be carried off the mat. No word yet on the injury, but it didn't look good. However, she is young, so she's got her recovery prospects are way better, way faster than anybody older. So I'm confident she'll be okay, but I haven't heard anything about how she is or not. But that whole event was amazing, honestly. That whole event was awesome. They were talking about it on the Rogan podcast yesterday. Even they agreed it was great. On the Fight on the Kids, Shop said he was saying he was cheering. Yeah, dude, it's a fucking amazing event. The whole thing is the way to watch jiu-jitsu. It's how jiu-jitsu should be. Submission only, and then at the end it should be overtimes. And if you can't decide it in overtime, you're just that good. You cancel each other's attacks out that well. It's whoever has more at the ankle pop. Yeah. Wait, he was cheering at the ankle pop? What the fuck, dude? That's kind of fucked up. Yeah, no, the whole thing, it's just the way to do jiu-jitsu. And by the way, heel hooks and leg attacks are super risky anyway. In the years that I trained jiu-jitsu, our instructor wouldn't let us do them. He wouldn't let us. He taught us the defense, but he wouldn't let us use them when we were rolling. We weren't allowed to, and stuff like that, which I thought was a little misguided. I thought, if you get caught in a heel hook, it's kind of on you to tap right away. You know where it's going too. Like rolling with my friends, I got put in one, and maybe it was just like a not even a touch before I knew I was gonna start feeling it. I tapped. I'm like, I'm not fucking. You're not tearing my knee up in our padded garage. It's bullshit. On top of my friend's not an asshole. He wasn't gonna crank it. So, but just to get our practice in, I tapped just in case. I didn't want to get my knee blown out either. But you know, heel hooks are super, super risky. All leg attacks are risky. All of knee bars, everything. You know, so all limb attacks really are risky. You know, I've gotten put in an arm bar before where I felt a little bit of strain for like 2 weeks after. I'm like, fucking, hey, dude, like that shit hurt real bad right when it happened. And I didn't hear any pop either, but I felt a bit of pull, so it was kind of, you know, bullshit. Mind you, at that point I was in a sparring session, like all out MMA sparring session, and I think that dude was like heavyweight, and I'm clearly not, and so I took the guy down with a trip takedown, and I managed to get on top, and I don't know, you just using power, he fucking flipped me over, and before I knew, he had my fucking arm, and he was cranking the shit out of it. That guy was a prick. I did knock him out, I think like a month later. Not related to that, but the guy's an asshole, so I fucking knocked him out. And he was real upset about that. And I actually left that gym after that because I realized that the coach there is a garbage-ass MMA coach. It wasn't Edmund. It wasn't Edmund, but Rousey should listen. How come most heel hooks are unsuccessful in the UFC? I think because by the time you get to them, you're dry or you're sweaty as fuck. For example, Ian Entwistle, who I've interviewed before. Actually, I interviewed Ian Entwistle and Anthony Burchett before they fought in Phoenix last December. Ian Entwistle is literally strictly a heel hook MMA guy. He don't do jack shit of anything else. He goes right for that heel hook, right? And he cranks the shit out of it. But he does it immediately because you're still dry. There's still plenty of friction. You know, so it's you kind of have, you know, if you're gonna pull a heel hook in MMA, you kind of have to go for it as soon as possible, because as soon as your opponent gets sweaty and everything, you know, while you can still grab onto the heel hook and make it work, you know, there's plenty of sweat and everything in there, whatever else you may throw in there, to ensure that friction isn't as I don't know, effective, I guess. That heel hook is not effective because friction isn't as present. I don't know how to call it, as present. Whatever, English is my second language, fellas. So I'm just guessing at that point. Oh fuck, I need a gas too. Oh well. But yeah, it's just yeah, heel hooks are a tricky thing. You know what's crazy though is the first time I got caught in a guillotine, I started going out for it. I realized what was happening. That was like my third day though in jiu-jitsu. I started going out though. I got put in the guillotine real quick. And I started going out, and I didn't realize it until everything started fading to black. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I go, and I think I had to say tap. But I don't remember if I was able to move my hand or not. But I go tap, and he fucking let me go, and I dropped. I was still conscious, right, and everything came back and everything. But that was scary for the first time that, you know, to get choked. I almost choked out. But it's why Ryan Hall always goes for the legs at the beginning of a fight. Yep, and you saw it too. The only time I've ever been knocked out was a rear naked. That was the weirdest feeling. Yeah, I'm lucky. I've never been knocked out or choked out. I'm too conscious about what the fuck are you doing, asshole? You're gonna get an arrow, fucking entitled prick. Jesus Christ, dude. Fucking, you know what's stupid about Arizona is that everyone from the colder states comes here right now because it's less cold than where those assholes live, and they come and they bring their shitty driving habits here. Waking up, it felt like I was in a dream. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had the feeling, man. I've choked people out and I've knocked people out, and it's always a scary thing to do. I don't like it. I don't like, you know, separating somebody, a man, from their consciousness. But for me, it's scary just to see it in front of me. So yeah, I bet it does, man. Fuck that shit. You know, back in my high school day, when I was a high school man, when I was a kid, I was a hothead. I was a big time hothead. Fight for any reason. You look at me the wrong way, I'm gonna say some bullshit to you, and it's gonna go down. I was just an asshole. And you know, being on a basketball team and being put in a leadership position on a basketball team, and then you know, once I got to you know, do martial arts and stuff like that, I became a better person. So these days I don't get as crazy. So, but if I was still a hothead now, I'd be a fucking idiot. I probably have a criminal record. I don't. Luckily, I'm clean, so we're good. But yeah, man, it's I don't know. I don't like to do it. I don't like to knock people out. I don't like to choke people out. Even when I do jiu-jitsu, even now, when I'm able to find people that want to roll, man, you gotta chill, bro. Take it easy. It's just not that bad. It's just but mind you, there are times you gotta be, right. There's times you gotta stand up for yourself and for the safety of yourself and others. And then stand up for yourself. Sometimes you gotta make a choice whether or not it's worth it to you to get to fight somebody, but. Last fight I got into was in Scottsdale. I don't know if you guys heard about Scottsdale. Scottsdale is like the, I guess the club area of Arizona. It's like where all the rich people go and all the 35K millionaires go and all the girls go find rich husbands and shit. It's a disgusting place to be. Honestly, I hate it. I've gone there very few times, and every time I go, I feel so out of place. And usually I'm the DD, by the way. Whenever I think, let's go to Scottsdale, bro, I'm like, I'll drive. I'm not drinking. Fuck you guys. Every time I go there, I get in a fight, and I get into some kind of confrontation. Violence isn't always the answer, but most of the time it is. Hey, you know what? Sometimes, even if it isn't the right answer, it's an answer. So, that's funny though. But yeah, the last time was in Scottsdale. I went to this place called, I don't know what they call it now, but at Blondie's. And it's this huge bar. It's always packed. The girls that I was hanging with wanted to go. And then some dude came up to one of the girls and was like, kind of grabbing on her. And I just, she gave me the fucking panicked help me look. So I went over. I'm like, hey, you mind, getting your hand off my friend's ass? That'd be good. And he's like, oh, who are you, your boyfriend? I'm like, nah, dude, but relax, dude. Respect the lady. She ain't asking for you to fucking manhandle her butt, asshole. and the dude got in my face like, what do you want to do, bro? And I'm like, and I told him, like, look, man, I don't know how many bench presses. Yeah, that's grounds for an ass whooping. No, for sure, dude. You're not disrespecting anybody, a woman, not in front of me. But I told him, I was like, look, man, I don't know how many bench presses you did, but I guarantee they ain't stopping from this ass kicking that's coming your way, dude. So just be smart and let that shit go. Just let it go. And go back to your group of friends or go find some other girl, but you're not doing it to any of these girls right here. And then I had my other friends with me too. We had a big group, and my friends came up behind me, and luckily these are good friends, so they had my back whenever. And this guy he saw them come up, but he did not wait. He swung on me, and I ducked it, took him down, and took his back, and I was choking him out with the rear naked, and I go, look, man, tap now, and I'll let you walk away. If you don't tap, you're going to sleep. And he just says, fuck you, and I cranked it. Went to sleep. Security, the bouncer showed up and said, what the fuck happened? I explained to him everything. I said, he's going to wake up. Morning, Lindsay. And I expected him, I explained to them, I'm like, he'll wake up in a minute. I just, I had to put him to sleep. He was being an asshole. And somehow these fuckers were understanding. Usually they're not. Bouncers here are not understanding at all. They'll try to put a whooping on you too. But luckily they understood. I'm assuming one of them must have trained or something. Or at least understood what a chokeout is, and he was, I didn't get in trouble. Jay, look, man, I don't like doing it, man. I don't like using this kind of shit on people that don't know. Like, what's weird? After I trained MMA and I trained jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and everything, and I did a tiny bit of judo and I did some wrestling. After all that training, though, I'm up to the point where I just don't want to fight people that don't know how. Don't disrespect bouncers. I didn't disrespect bouncers. I didn't disrespect bouncers, Andy. I just said that once here, don't fucking know what the fuck's going on. They get all crazy before you get a chance to explain what's going on. Mind you, they deal with huge assholes every night, so I understand why. But yeah, man, it's I don't like to do it. I really do not like to hurt people anymore. I used to love it. Now I'm just like, nah. And now it's kind of like, if I'm gonna fight somebody that don't know what they're doing, I almost feel bad. So I guess you could say I'm what would you call it? I'm not a Christian, so I wouldn't say that. I'm not a born again Christian. I'm a born again asshole where I just make fun of you instead of kick the shit out of you now. Fuck it, I'm gonna get gas while I'm on this thing. Hold up. Mostly because I need to get gas. Because if I wait till the afternoon to get it here, these gas stations get stupid. Like, and by the time I leave work, it kind of gets crazy. Man, the people that fucking live around here and walk around are fucking weirdos. All right, let's see what we got. choked the guy on the door once. Friends thought I killed him, so I choked him in a bit. Oh, dude. I'll tell you a story real quick in a second once I get this thing going about, fuck. Hang on a second. Here's the thing, and I think I'm sure I've explained it a million times. I'm kind of the black sheep of my entire family. I'm not talking just my immediate, mom, dad, and all, and my siblings and all that, but I'm kind of the black sheep of the entire family, right? And here's why. I did mention I was a hothead back when I was younger, right? So I used to get in fights at family reunions all the time. Goddamn buses. And come on. There we go. So I used to get in trouble. I used to get in fights all the time at family reunions, and fucking all the time. And my uncles would send my older cousins to fight me. By the way, I mean I'm talking like me at like 15 fighting 20-year-olds, and because I was stronger and a little bigger for my age, for at the time I was I held my own pretty well. And so the last time I was at family reunion was like 3 years ago, and everyone was surprised as hell that I was just calm and nice and shit. They were just like they were like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, you alright? I'm pretty good, how are you? We had a friendly conversation and shit, and they got crazy. They didn't get crazy. One of my uncles, I guess, is still bitter, and one of his sons came up and he's just like, what's up, motherfucker? And I'm like, hey, what up, bitch? I thought we were kidding, right? I thought we were joking around. And he goes, you ain't gonna beat my ass this time. And I'm like, nah, I don't really want to fight. He's like, oh, now you don't want to fight? Now you don't want to fight? You wanted to fight all those other times, but now you don't want to fight? I'm like, yeah, I fucking grew up. I'm an adult. What about you? I'm like, aren't you like 33 or some shit? Like, aren't you older than me by like a lot? And he fucking got all crazy, started saying shit. And he was drunk, mind you, and I felt bad. I had to put him down, and I scared the shit out of my mom. Like I said, family reunion, everybody was there. And I scared the fuck out of my mom when I connected with the right hand on my cousin's chin and dropped his ass. And mind you, to my credit, as soon as I dropped him, I jumped in to catch him. His face did not hit the ground. I hit him and I caught him, right? And he went limp, and I started yelling instructions, gave me some ice, give me this, let's go. And as soon as he came to, I was like, see, dude, it's not worth it. Just leave me alone. So I have a weird relationship with my outside family, so that's what it is. You know what's cool? Got on the MMA thing. Bloody Elbow has an article where they got a transcript of what Edmund told Ronda Rousey during her fight at 193, and you should read it because it's funny. Basically, he's almost like telling her she's doing great the entire fight, which she wasn't. And then like, it's funny, every time she got like, remember Holly took her down? It says silence after Holly took her down. That shit was funny. Oh geez, go read that shit though. The transcript is great because it makes zero sense to me. And maybe it's because they have their own words or whatever the fuck, their own, you know how in football you have your own terminologies? Yeah, she does need to get away from him. But you know how in football and all that, you have your own terminologies, plays and whatnot, and for certain things, I'm assuming they do too. Because some of the shit was just like, what the fuck is gosh and gaish and whatever. Edmund is a cretin. Is that how you say it, cretin? There's a cretin. Let me know what's for the second one. That guy's a shithead. I don't know. The article on all those friends wanting to fight Conor for free was worse. Oh, okay. I'm assuming, I haven't read that one yet. But did you guys see after, when Conor jumped on the cage and started doing this shit, and the fingers and shit, to the crowd, that there was a guy right there who was yelling something at him. He was like, pointing at himself and doing this shit. And I'm sitting there going, dude, that guy, that dude just wants to fight Conor now. His butthurt that he knocked out his buddy. Let it go, homie. All right. It's one of those things where you can talk all the shit you want, everything. You can back it up. If you're the one that gets knocked out in that fight, you kind of just got to shut the fuck up. You and your friends got to shut the fuck up and, collect yourselves and move on. Because goddamn. But I'm wondering if it's that guy. Because I'm pretty sure it is. But that dude, I don't know if you guys saw that shit, but it was funny. I hate those haters that say it wasn't a fight. It was for sure it was a fight. 100% it was a fight. It wasn't a very long fight, but it was a fight. Of course it was a fight. You know, and so you can make the argument if you want to that it wasn't a fight. But it wasn't like Conor punched him, you know, before the ref said go. It wasn't like it was a cheap shot. It was a clean counter punch, and all those dumbass didn't fucking prepare for that. I mean, I gotta give Conor credit for that. That was some Anderson Silva shit. Yeah, right? It was clean. It was quick, and Aldo was not in a position to fucking block it. Aldo, I don't know what Aldo was thinking. I would love to hear, like, in a month or so, if Guillermo Cruz from MMA Fighting, who seems to be the only one that actually does any reporting on the damn website, if he'll be able to talk to Aldo about exactly what the strategy was for that fight, because it looked to me like Aldo rushed him, and Conor just smacked him, and that was it. Because it wasn't a powerful punch. I mean, look, his left hand is fucking strong already. It was just accurate and quick. It's almost like he just popped, real quick pop, and that was it. In game time, of course it was a fight. People are on crack. It's not a bloody marathon. Yeah, man. That fight was 13 seconds long, but it was a fight. You know what I mean? Just like every Ronda Rousey fight that lasted 5 seconds, whatever it was, that was a fight too. It just ended very quickly. So those people, along with the ones that say it was a fixed fight, are fucking morons. Can't stand them. I can't stand that shit. Oh, my guy didn't win, so it's a fix. Come on. Had it gone 5 rounds and Conor won by decision, it's a fix. The judges are in on it. No, they're not. Let it go. Just move on, man. So, yeah, I can't stand people like that, man. Just making excuses for their own guy. It was a fix. You see Aldo didn't look up because he was ashamed. Fuck out of here. Aldo was ashamed, man. Or if Aldo beat him in seconds, they wouldn't say that it was fixed. No, the Irish would say it. Actually, I don't know if the Irish would say that, but probably, but I don't know. Actually, I don't think they would be able to say that because, Conor is Dana's new cash cow, so they wouldn't really be able to say it was a fix. Although blah blah blah. So, yeah. And by the way, they're actually they're talking about giving Conor a 6-month medical suspension, which would suck for that guy because he wants to fight before July. But it turns out I think his left wrist might be jacked, so they apparently they're requiring that he get cleared by doctors before he goes back to training. Which I'm assuming he'll be cleared. I doubt. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I would highly doubt that he got injured. They're not going to do it out like that. But they're requiring that they do X-rays on his wrist, make sure there's no dent. Oh shit! Hold up. I almost kissed the curb. Actually, I did kiss the curb. All right. Yeah, they're requiring X-rays and other things, and requiring for him to be medically cleared by doctors on that wrist before they allow him to get back to training and fighting and all that shit. But I'll tell you what, I bet Edgar and Conor could probably fight in a month. They could. They're not going to, but they could. Which would be legit. But yeah, I don't know. All right. I didn't talk about. Well, no, I talked plenty about MMA stuff, so I guess that's worked out pretty good. What else are we? What else is there? What else was there that I actually read yesterday and saw this morning? Just the Edmund thing annoyed me. Tim, what's his last name? They just sent an astronaut up to the space station. I didn't read the article, so I'm not sure why it's a historic thing, but it's a historic. But I bookmarked it on my computer, so I read it. All I saw was a video of the rocket getting shot up there. How fucking terrifying does that have to be? Like, I'm sure astronauts that have done it before are like used to it, and they've trained for it, and they're not really afraid. I don't think. I'd be scared shitless to be like shot up on a rocket into space. Like, I'm in a little tube, a little 2-seater tube with barely any room, and I'm getting first Brit in space. Oh, okay. That makes really. That's the first one? No shit. Okay, that's what's historic. Cool. Thanks for that little bit of information. But I like seeing that kind of stuff. Wyman on the juice on Jerry was ridiculous. He didn't mean it. It was joking. No, I don't think they were joking around. Okay, the way I took it, Shab was just kind of like, because when Rogan said it, oh, okay, nice. when Rogan said it, Shaw gave him this look, what are you saying? Be careful what you're saying. And they both agree that he's not on the juice. But as far as what I saw on the podcast, I'm gonna watch. I watched the rest of it last night, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was exhausted. But I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna watch it today. But yeah, fucking Weidman's not on the juice. He was never on the juice. That guy just lost a ton of weight. Maybe lost strength on top of it. He did not look strong at all, not like he usually does. He looks skinny as fuck, actually. So I think he just lost a ton of weight. I think he might have lost muscle mass, and that's kind of it. And Rockhold's bigger than him by a lot. Jay says, I still think RDA is on the juice. Maybe. He cut weight very early, says Mike. Yep. He started off super early. So I don't know. Maybe fighting the mid-ground right there between, cutting right before the fight and then cutting early is the way to go, to do it healthy but still, be effective in the cage and be able to use your sides and all that. But he's got plenty of time to figure that shit out. But he can kiss that John Jones super fight goodbye. Yeah, for a while. So, kind of, we'll see how RDA looks different. I'm curious. Again, we'll know at the weigh-ins. I haven't looked it up. I'm gonna see if I remember to look it up. I will. The USADA, I think they put online how many times a fighter's been randomly tested. And I'm gonna look up and see if RDA's gotten any tests. But Silva went years without getting randomly tested. All right, and then when he does, failed. Who failed drug test from last weekend? Oh, if I have to guess, who looked like a? I'm gonna say Yoel Romero. I don't know. I hope not. Romero, 38 years old, looking like that. To me, it's always suspect. 4 in the last quarter for RDA. Okay, well. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know how juicing works as far as like how long it's in your system for. But if he has juiced, it's gonna have to be, man. He'll have to be real smart about it, like super scientific about it, and on top of it, be pretty lucky. So I don't know. Yoel Romero is my most suspect dude. That's a lot of testing in 3 months. Okay, well there it is. In that case, I don't know if RDA is on the juice, but if he is, we'll find out post fight. I think once they do the post fight test and all that. But a 6-week cycle will stay in the system for 2 weeks. Okay. Ah, man, I don't think he's juicing. That's a lot of, just like Jay said, that's a lot of tests. RDA hasn't fought in almost a year. Oh, that's true. I don't know, man. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. I'm really curious to see. We'll know for sure this weekend. Yeah, at the weigh-in, I don't know. Look at him. It's kind of crazy. A lot of the, not a lot. Quite a few of the Brazilian fighters look a lot different these days. And you can make your own conclusions, but my conclusion is that random testing's a motherfucker in it. So, yeah. If RDA seems slower and looks a little different, then we'll know. Yeah, possibly, because that testing is new since July. Yeah, it's true. God, I hope he's not juicing. I really do. What will Overeem look like? It's funny. Remember how jacked he looked with Brock Lesnar, and how soft he's looked since then? It's a pretty dramatic difference. He'll just look soft like he's been. Although he's gotten a little confident in the last couple fights, so I don't know. Just look at Eric Silva. He's horrible now. Oh yeah, the Eric Silva I knew for sure was on some shit before, cause he came back and looked like he did. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Nah, that looks like a guy that trains at Joe's gym or some shit. That don't look right. So that looks so weird. Anyway, all right, fellas. Let me see what time it is. Yep, I gotta head out. Claudia better look as ripped as she normally does. She will. I don't think that chick juices. I don't know. She got that ass, so I'll tell you that. All right, Mike. See you later, dude. Later, Jay. Later, Andy. Lindsay, thanks for tuning in. Anybody else? You're a fan of Joanna? Me too. Best ass in the UFC? Claudia? 100%. All right, fellas. I'll see you guys later. As usual, of course, my message of every single day is make the best of every single day, because you're one day closer to death, so make this shit count. Keyboard Warriors tonight. I'll finalize the time with Aaron in Ginger, aka Kirby, and let you guys know when it is. All right. All right. You guys have a good one. See ya. All right. Cool, Jay. Later.